Helokawans, welcome back to Immortal Part 2. I am Little Cat, your friendly neighborhood game master. I don't climb walls, no. In session 4, Van finds it uncomfortable for there to be silence while they trudge through the snow and decide to have a heart-to-heart. Or try to, before Valerius managed to glean a quickly approaching creature after making sure the creature was not a threat and finding them to actually be the merchant they had saved previously. A conversation was had from afar, as one does when you've just escaped prison, and information was given about a caravan group who may give them a place to rest safely. Eventually, and without Ghost, the gang are brought into a little caravan on the outermost perimeter of the encampment. Valerius knocks on the door, and out stands in front of them the old man from the night before, and who allowed them some rest before receiving an explanation. Around the camp is sparse activity as eyes follow through the newcomers with bated breath. A cursory glance tells you that the people seen around the campfire are watching you intently, ready to throw hands if the needs arise. There is also too much space for too little people. The person in front of you, referred to by Anyanka as Old Man, regards you with kind intensity. He is clothed in simple winter gear belying his status, and upon close inspection seems to have gnomish features, and stands just over 3 feet. You only see his deep emerald eyes and salt and pepper beard nestled within his winter wear. Just as he opens his mouth to speak, Snoopy clears his throat to announce his departure. Thanks the leader for his hospitality. Some pleasantries are exchanged and promises of help if requested comes from Snoopy before he heads out in a direction different from where you all came from. Ghost, where are you as your day unfurls?
Ghost is deep in his dreams in the burrow. In the burrow, it is warm. It is easy to let time slip by and not think about things. It's easy to dream pleasant thoughts and be distracted from the present. It's easy to almost think he was young again and that everything seems like a bad dream that was. And there's just a bright future ahead as he dreams.
Your dream gets interjected by a prickling in your ear. It's conversation. You're not used to conversation outside. You're used to conversation in your head. This has been maybe a week now since you've had living company that you didn't try to eat. It's such a strange world to be in to not feel that hunger pull on you, squeezing your stomach, urging you to go find the next snack. You tune your ears to the noise and you hear conversation. Snoopy is saying he has to leave. The elder goes, "Oh, I must thank you, bid you goodbye." And then Snoopy says if there's anything he would like, just shoot a message to the message board. You're not sure what that means, but you've heard it being mentioned many times in Snoopy's camp. You hear shuffling of feet. And then Snoopy, well, the smell of him disappears.
This ghost will shift and grunt, and he will slowly unburrow himself to emerge like a little white snow mound from the snow itself. Nose first to sniff,
The cold air
then
greets
look
you.
around.
First with the snow. It doesn't bother you at the very least. You are here. I made a map, guys. Look at my map.
Thank you for the effort. I know it took a while for you to put this together.
I hate it so much.
Oh
I
yeah,
hate it.
nice.
I hate it so much. This just shows that I really like all of you guys. Okay, so you are at this rock over here. I'm gonna ping really quick. And you can see the camp. You can see the fire very softly burning. Somehow it's not letting in as much smoke or letting out as much smoke as you think should be let out, especially for a camp this size. If you see in the middle, there's like this blue bubble thing. Ignore that. Pretend it doesn't exist. It will happen at night only. It's Leoman's tiny hut. You have seen it happen last night. You see,
Interesting.
indeed.
When I
You
print screen, none of it shows up.
what?
When I print screen, it's a blank canvas. Okay, now it's working. That was
Shock.
strange.
Shook. Anyway, so you see all of this. There are caravans full of stuff, boxes, suitcases, kegs. There's a smaller tent and a very, very large tent. You didn't get to see much of it in detail in the middle of the night, but now that you're awake, you also see horses out and about eating hay. You see Anyanka standing around, looking vicious as usual. She has not changed her facial expression at all, especially with regard to Van, Biro, and Valerius, who are now standing in front of her leader.
This doesn't trouble Ghost him in one bit, knowing that he's been in that position before. And he will slowly scramble forward. It comes up from here, is it? Do I put his token on the thing or?
Eh? Wait. Oh, you're here. Hang on. Let me just put you here, near the
Okay.
circle.
Yes. So he'll
So-
just shamble over.
Okay. Valerius, the old man, is in front of you, and he's just taken aback by the swift exit of Snoopy, and the platitudes and the thanks. And then he regards you, and make me an insight check.
I did not perch.
Yes.
We shall see if
Emphasize that Ghost moves slowly. As opposed to like a polar bear running at you, because he's known that that's not a good thing to do to people.
10, sure.
10.
With
That's all good.
disadvantage?
Oh.
Fuck.
Natural 20, let's go. Okay, cancel. I curse you. Anyway,
Cilaka betul.
what I gotta do, yo? What I gotta do? Anyway, so with your 10 insight check, he seems to just be waiting for an explanation as to why you're here and how you got here. Ven and Biro, although you know they've explained on behalf of all of you, he seems to want to hear it from you. He's also looking around for the other one, the big one.
The big one. Okay. My brain hasn't fully woken up, so I'm just gonna clarify real quick. He's looking for an explanation as to why we've managed to stumble upon their group, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he wants like a second account that isn't the gnome and the sheltered dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I explain the situation that we found ourselves in, especially how Valerius was captured and used for the past 200 years. Am I right, or is it more than that?
You would hear from behind Van go, 250
250 years
ish.
and ish. He will also like reiterate the point that how he points back towards the two siblings and goes, he turns around and starts to point. Does he notices ghosts?
Oh yeah, your passive
isn't
perception is
hiding.
ridiculous. Even if
Alright, I point to Ghost as well, making his position known to the rest of the group that the old man is with. And yeah, we're currently on our way to Bror, and oh my god, what's the name of the merchants? I do not have my notes available to
Glicka.
me.
Glicka.
Glicka and her husband were kind enough to introduce us to you guys in the hopes that we'd be able to make camp, at least have semi-decently safe night's rest for a short while. And yeah, that's about it, to be perfectly honest. We're currently on our way to Bror, and your caravan just so happens to be one of our stops along the way there.
He regards you with general curiosity, but also he seems to be scanning you up and down. You're not sure why. And then he pauses you for a while. He goes, "One moment." And then he steps into his house. The door opens for but a split second, and it closes, so you don't really get to see what's inside. And when he comes out again, he comes out with a tray of something seemingly hot, like a drink. You're not sure what it is, and he begins pouring you a drink. And he pours himself one because he's not sure if you feel in danger particularly. And he takes a sip of his.
Does Ghost hear Val spilling his life story like he did in the previous campaign?
Val, how loud are you saying this? Is it?
I mean, conversation volume, but then also keeping in mind that, hey, I could trigger another fucking avalanche, so I'm gonna tone it down a few notches.
Okay. I'm gonna say that it's enough for you to hear vague words to tell you that yes, he is life story time. It's like Oprah right now.
Ghost will
Oh.
just glance at Anyanka to see if there's any reaction to this, considering the old man seems to be taking it really well.
Make me a perception check. An insight check against her whatever.
Okay.
28 big. She still unperturbed. She's just staring at Valerius, who is telling his story right now, taking it in. Every so often, she will glance to Van and Biro. She will look around the camp to make sure everybody's okay. It seems that she's muttering under her breath numbers. You think that she's counting people. And then occasionally, she won't even turn to look at you, but you see her eye move to your direction. That's as much acknowledgement that you have gathered from her. That you're not sure she sees you as a threat yet.
She's not going to push anything of that sort. He
Okay,
will
Valer-
scramble closer, and then if she's blocking the way, then he'll just stay there.
She will let you pass. Like she will go closer to Van and let you pass.
Okay, Ghost will go up here then. Wait, okay, yeah, he'll go there and sit down.
The old man sees that Ghost is finally here and he pours another cup. Seeing
Valerius?
yes.
No. I was gonna say that Valerius like partakes of the drink, albeit he'll attempt to gauge whether it's poison or not first.
Oh lol.
By
Okay.
with a cursory sniff.
Okay, make me a medicine check.
I mean, that's perfect. You have +2 con, so if there's any poison, you'll instantly be affected by it.
Yeah.
Like a poison
Oh,
test with a
big.
10 con save is terrible.
You remember a concoction that was given to you. It's such a weird memory to have because you don't remember boss giving you this when you were on missions. This was very like it's such a strange feeling because you don't feel ownership of this memory. You smell an acrid sort of bitter smell before it hits your tongue, and then it's sweet sort of aniseed flavor coats it, and you know it's not poison. And as soon as you figure out that it's not, you swallow it and you feel a sense of warmth, and immediately you feel reinvigorated. So get rid of that exhaustion point.
Yeah, finally.
The same cup is offered to Ghost.
Will shake his head. Don't need drink.
Valerius will finish off the drink and then gently place it back down onto the plate it came from. He'll give a small nod to the old man before, like, going back to the awkward phase of shit. What am I supposed to do now?
He regards you again. He's a very patient, incredibly calm old man, just standing in front of you, like smiling. He's sitting, he's standing 2 steps above because that's how he can see you almost eye to eye. And you see this sort of makeshift canopy made with wolf skin, and under there 2 seats facing the fire. It's very cozy, it's very calm. It looks as if he's been doing this forever. He takes the cup, he puts it aside on top of a little table, and he goes, I thank you for being so forthcoming. It's not often we find travelers so open with their secrets and information. You can call me Old Man Jaka.
Oh, Valerius resists the urge to literally call him Old Man Jaka and settles with Mr. Jaka.
He chuckles. He's like, Mr. Jaka. Mr. Jaka's my father. Although he's 6 feet buried somewhere now. I'm pretty sure. Ha ha ha.
Valerius has the loading screen face on his face right now. He's like, what? Old man? Like Mr. Jaka? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna dig too deep into that. Valerius like awkwardly chuckles along, thinking whether is it appropriate for him to laugh that his father's actually dead. But anyway, he continues on with, we thank you for your hospitality and allowing us to stay within the confines of your camp, despite us being virtual strangers. And yeah, he still looks like really confused. Like, what else does he want to say? Like has the old man and the rest of his team kind of figured out like we really mean them no harm?
He seems to be okay with having you around right now. Again, since you've been more than forthcoming with your entire life story, like he knows so much about you that he doesn't need to know.
Okay.
He's like, okay, I didn't need to know about the date that you had, but that's nice, I
Well,
guess.
But with this, with the thanks and whatnot out of the way, Valerius will turn towards Ghost and ask him, did you have any information you wanted to ask the Caravaneers, or did you have any points of interest you want to clarify on the map?
Rose not slowly looking to them, says, what goes on now?
He squints at you in confusion. As in, what are we doing here?
What is the news these days?
What is the news? Well, I can tell you from our caravan's perspective. Welcome to Snowshift Caravans. We are a friendly sort of trading company, used to be, but now we help people go across the wildly cold areas of Krera to safer waters, so to speak. Not literally in the water, but close to towns that might want to take them in. With me, most of the time, aside from Anyanka, are refugees. as I'm sure all of you are as well, considering. And he looks, when he says refugees, he looks at Valerius directly, especially since you mentioned Bror. As for news, I'm afraid I only keep up to what I need to not come in contact with Matriarch's forces. That would be really bad for us, considering we are very scant in the ability to protect ourselves.
How do you avoid them?
How do I avoid them? Well, right now I will be asking for your assistance before I spill more of my proverbial beans to help secure this encampment. And then he points to the two top of the big tents, and you see that once there were leaves scattered over it, but they've been here for so long that some of the leaves and branches have started to fall off, and the snow has started to melt. So you would guess correctly that the inside of the tent is particularly warm. Perhaps I could bother you to go with Anyanka as well as the two siblings behind you to find more pieces of branch and other equipment. Snow, perhaps any way you can dress this place up.
Out of game, he wants us to basically camouflage the area, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Valerius looks at Ghost for a while, trying to gauge silently whether he is agreeable to these terms, because Valerius is.
Just said all right.
Alright, cool. Valerius also nods to him. Very well, we can do that. However, before we get started, I did have a question.
He nods.
Seeing as how you're not aligned with the matriarch, I would like to ask if there's any sort of police force or military force that patrols around the area that we should avoid at a moment's notice, or any hostile groups that you believe are, what's the word called? A danger to people.
I cannot
Humanoids, monsters, anything would be helpful.
I cannot directly tell you about the living ones, but there are troops occasionally of a more metallic kind. Constructs. Her forces. They are resilient and unwielding and do not need sleep. And if you come across them, usually there'll be groups of maybe 12 to 20 in a contingent. Is that the word?
Valerius nods in understanding and pulls up his tablet, flicks on the image of the security constructs that were guarding the cell area, and shows it to the old man. Are these the robots are these the constructs you mean? I was about to say these are not the droids you're looking for.
He's
Sorry.
like, no, carry on. He looks at your picture and there's mild surprise and amusement on his face. I dare say this is the first time I'm seeing one so up close. That's not dead anyway. This is
Valerius nods in
interesting.
understanding, but he goes on. He helps the old man to show him how to use the tablet. He pinches his fingers to enlarge and squeeze, and the usual stuff.
So you just use your thumb and your finger?
Oh yes, quite like that sounds wrong, but okay.
Why would you say that to an old man?
Valerius has face of like, I've met plenty of old men who have worse mannerisms than you. What was I supposed to think? But anyway.
And he's like, this kind old man is like, what have you put me in a group with? But aside from that, he brushes it aside, takes it in good faith and good humor, and he goes, this is very interesting. Machinery. We don't have that here. We simply subsist with paper. And ink, although it's very rare that we jot down where we go, we have good trackers. Make me an insight check, please.
Okay. Although, despite that, I already feel like he's withholding some information already.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, let's go.
Let's see how much info.
Not much.
Wait. Even without disadvantage, you're rolling shit.
Shut up.
He
That's fun.
he seemed sad. That's all you gather when he says wayfinders and stuff.
Valerius nods and gonna go on a limb and assume what he means is that he's lost these people. Valerius will nod in understanding and offer. He will place one hand on his own chest and mutter the fact that I understand what it means to lose people under your leadership. I offer my condolences.
You rolled a natural 20 on the inside trying to figure out what you just said, and he's like, "Oh no, well, I hope that she's not dead per se, but that is a conversation after your little homework. My camp and I will prepare some food for all of you in return, for you making our camp safe."
Mm.
Don't need any. And Ghost gets up, preparing to assist.
Valerius nods as well. Likewise, I have all the equipment I need.
Okay, this is very rudimentary survival checks to go around the perimeter. It's going to take you at max with the help of Anyanka, like an hour to gather equipment. I just need to know what kind of stuff you get. Given the map, what are you looking for?
Okay. So Ghost has lived as a hermit for a really long time. He's pretty good at making ends meet with just the bare necessities. So he's good with snow mainly, and piling lots of it up. He can make it nice and warm, or he can make the snow just look like another part of snow. So that's what he'll do.
Okay, make me your let's see. Pick either survival or athletics and then do it with advantage.
Okay.
28. Tell me what kind of embankment you muster up.
Okay, so Ghost will just will go a bit of the extra mile to duplicate a snow formation from further away and make another snow formation over the over what needs to be covered.
Okay. Very good. What about Valerius? How are you employing Van and Bureau? There are trees in the surrounding area, dried bushes, and things like that.
Van, unfortunately, Vanabiro would not be deployed by Valerius because what he's gonna do is he's gonna go around the perimeter with his artificer tools, and he's gonna set up alarms. Using ritual casting, he sets up a number of alarms equivalent to the time we have. The spell states that it lasts for 8 hours and requires no concentration, which means I can set multiple of these.
Mm-hmm.
So I go around the perimeter where there's more likely people will pass through, or even the places that have an overview of the area, and I set alarms. I set them to be audible, so if someone does breaches it, the rest of the camp also know as well. I also inform the rest of the caravaneers where these alarms are placed in lieu of a sorry, not in lieu, in by way of using his tablet and like drawing out circles of the locations where the alarms will be placed.
Okay. Make me a wisdom check. Hang on. Either history or survival check advantage.
History or
Could
survival check
backfire
advantage.
very badly.
I will go for history. Flash of genius is 15, 16.
Okay. You know enough. Yeah, advantage. Hello.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant specifically survival that
No, no,
only
no,
has
no. Both.
advantage.
Sorry, that was my bad.
Okay.
Both. Okay,
27
okay.
then.
Way better. Okay, don't use your flash of genius. You don't need it.
Okay.
With a 27, you are intelligent enough to make the alarm sound like a very wonky version of the whistle, and it only goes off once because you don't want to call attention to the camp any more than it already has, given if it were already trespassed.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Wait, if
fair
that's the
enough.
case, can I just designate the sound of the alarms to be like some random bird chirping that's not prominent to the region?
Absolutely. As long as you tell the people, if you hear this bird,
Panic. No, not panic. Get ready. But yeah,
bring out your
I'll do,
swords.
I'll do that. But I will discuss with Ghost on best how to employ Van and oh god, what's their another name? Van
Biro.
and Biro. Potentially, maybe they can make the terrain difficult terrain in a meta sense. So maybe they can add like several sticks or branches into the snow so that when people step on them they'll trip or stuff like that, and mark out the areas. That's my suggestion now, but I'm waiting for Ghost's response.
Yep.
Also say, we don't need to draw more attention.
Valerius not.
Blend in.
Okay. If that's the case, I will. After I'm done with that, I will aid Ghost by way of mold, earth, and shape water to try and follow the embankments he's trying to make.
Okay. I will say that with a 27 and a 28, you definitely get through it. My question is, Ghost is done within the hour, but because you're doing the alarm spell, would you like to take more time?
Considering the fact I'm helping Ghost with the embankments first, so he will take less time to finish that. So yes, I would definitely take up until like the evening or however long it takes for me to set up a perimeter of alarms.
Okay. You are walking around. Are you stealthing by any chance?
Yeah,
Okay.
at least when I'm on the outskirts of the camp. Allow me to roll.
Okay.
34.
Wow. Okay. Uh, you're moving around the camp. Ghost, at some point, your embankments are perfect, and any addition to it will just break the immersion of it being natural.
Goes by less is more, and then he'll see what Biro and Ven are up to.
Miro and Van are being their usual chirpy, charismatic selves, talking to the people around the camp. Again, you still don't see the people that should be around. That there seems to be less than what there should be. There's too many caravans, too big a tents. You're concerned as to
Also,
why they're still hiding.
Okay, Ghost thinks that there are a few possibilities here. One being that the others are traveling. Two being that there's more camps than people because people come and go. And number three is the people might operate somewhere else, and that doesn't trouble him either.
Okay.
But he
While
sees that Biro and Ven are talking to people, and that seems to be their forte rather than trying to build igloos, so that's
no.
fine.
Fail igloos. So we're gonna leave you there for a while. In the meantime, there is a lone figure standing. Kang, where do you want to put your token? Where do you feel like it? Where?
Hi, how many alarms do you want to activate?
Uh,
I feel like that far left.
okay. Your token
Where?
right now is at the bottom leftmost corner, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
I
move
saw
it
that.
anywhere.
Okay, give me a sec.
I just want to know where you is. Trip all the alarms. Go, 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 go.
I do not have control to tokens. I do not have the control for my tokens, my
Oh.
own tokens.
Oh,
Now that you mention it, neither do I.
are you shitting me? Okay, hang on. Let me check. See and edit. How about now? Or Kang?
No.
What? GG-nya. What am I doing?
Should I pull my old token out?
Yeah, sure. I'll just replace it. Thank you.
I shall do the same.
Yes. And then I'll just delete. Which one is yours?
Give me 1 second.
The one
My-
that I moved to the more
Nice.
center part.
Okay. Get your token situated. And I
Alright.
will.
It does not allow me to pull my
Yes.
token in.
What? Impossible. Technical difficulties.
Why is it always like
Edit.
that?
每次都是这样的啦，没办法。
By right, boleh tau.
I can. Here's the funny part. I can move ghosts stuff.
What the actual?
The funny thing is, yes, I also can hover on Ghost's token.
I cannot move cons.
That is so wild. Okay, wait.
Maybe
Chop,
it's
chop.
level layer.
Technical difficulties.
Is it on the wrong layer?
Might
No,
be.
it can't be.
A GM to GM, help GM.
Oh,
It could be the permissions that you've added to our character sheets.
No, I don't think so.
where
I think
did
it's
you
broken.
go?
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Where did you go? You're on layer now. Oh God, this awful. Technical difficulties, guys. Please entertain yourself.
Ha, Zibamya!
No.
I'm standing there, by the way. Yes.
Of course you are.
GG. Okay,
The-
hang on. All players' journals can see. But yeah, it's all there. Like you can.
Here's the thing.
Remote.
I pulled out Floaty's token. I can
It
move it, but I can't
changes.
pull out Valerius' token.
Okay. I changed the thing.
Oh, that's Floaty. There's 2 Floaties now.
Oh.
Delete that one.
Well, that's your placeholder now for the moment.
Okay, baiklah. Begitu je lah.
Begitu je lah. Can you move it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whee!
Whee! It's just some invisible guy.
I mean, I am invisible right now if you think about it.
Okay, so we go back to our new friend. Wait, I have to look for you. This map is big. Why did I do this?
I don't know.
Why I do this? Where are you?
Not being Misha.
Ah, there you are. Okay, so I'm gonna ask Valerius honestly. Would you have put an alarm there?
Okay, I'm just gonna draw out the area Valerius would have protected against
Also,
whatchamacallit.
remind me what it looks like or doesn't look like.
It is invisible.
Okay, so it doesn't look like anything.
It is okay, let me just read it out for you. You choose a potion of dirt or stone that is the wrong description. Gomen? Okay. You set an alarm against unwanted intrusion, choose a blah blah, or an area no longer than a 20-foot cube until the spell ends, blah 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 blah. It does not say anything about the alarm being visible.
Okay,
I shall now draw the area Valerius is gonna protect.
go for it.
Ni. Oh, kenapa dia gerak macam tu?
Whoa.
babi? Sorry.
Wow. Just
Delete? Okay.
yeah, so as you do this, like the alarm's gonna go off one by one every 10-minute intervals after 8 hours. It's gonna be so funny.
Okay. Jups.
And what was the distance for the alarm? You have a lot of time lah. Tak apa.
The
Yeah.
distance, what do you mean?
It's 20 feet per instance, so he has
For
a lot of
cast, yeah.
yes.
I've been
Yes,
fucking doing it forever.
Also, he could have chosen like what is allowed to pass through or not because
Oh
it
yeah, for sure.
is his choice. So like not every bird that will trigger the alarm.
I mean,
Every
you can trigger it because there's no way he chooses you when he doesn't know
yeah,
you're there.
never seen this man.
I will trigger it, but I mean like not every 5 minutes that will trigger because just a insect or a mouse just pass by
A
or
line
rabbit.
has been drawn.
A
Lines have
line has been drawn. Okay.
Zoom all the way out. I suggest D.
New friend,
Yes.
the Catman. Do you have anything in your employ that would feasibly get you through a situation that would be alarmed, for example? Especially since you know there's a village up front.
I do not know there's an alarm,
Mm-hmm.
and this is invisible
Mm-hmm.
to not only just the naked eye, but just in general because it's a spell, and because the only thing I can detect, mm, not visibility, is not true magic. I don't think I can notice it is there unless there is visible lines or wires or like even able so minuscule. I have blindsight, but I don't think blindsight works for this instance.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And with that, I don't think you catch the alarm as you pass through.
Then I will pass through.
Valerius, the noise
Yes.
happens. Everybody is now sufficiently spooked.
When you cast a wall, if you're within the wall, the ping awakens you inaudible. Okay, does the spell tell me where it came from, or does it just tell me there's something within the wall?
I would say, given it's 20 by 20 by 20 by 20, you know which quadrant. You know which
Okay.
20 triggered it.
Awesome. Okay, I will turn towards Ghost, the old man, and what is the name of the bodyguard?
Anyanka?
Manyanka, thank you. I will each individually radio them, telling them exactly where it is, and Valerius will make his way over.
Okay.
Trying to
So-
figure out what the hell actually triggered the thing.
I feel like we don't need to move people on the map because it's kind of
it's
redundant
huge.
at this point.
Bizarre.
Ghost will turn to the old man. Are you expecting visitors?
The old man looks visibly perturbed by this. He didn't expect you guys. And then he turns around and he goes, "Well, I brought out the tea and cookies for all of you. I didn't think you would bring friends. Are they friends?"
At this
I
point-
know Snoopy and others.
I think they've left. You can also tell that this old man is not a combatant. He is wiry and lanky, even in his short stature, and he looks like he's more of a, okay, this is how we run away, and that is how we stay alive.
I'll be back. And Ghost starts stealthing his way towards the noise too.
Anyanka is without stealth or tact, and she is next to Valerius, like chung 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 chung.
Wait, Valerius is stealth. Does she even know where he is?
Okay, she's walking to the direction, which just happens to be in your vicinity, and she's stomping. She large and she stomp.
While stealth, Valerius will maintain a 100 feet distance away from the potential target, and then he's gonna pull out his
Excuse me,
pistol and train
100
it there.
feet? Look at the map. 100 feet?
What do you mean?
Look at the
It's
map.
so
100 feet.
far.
It is within 100 feet.
Yela,
I mean, like,
walela. 100 feet is enough to see the person, but you don't see actual features. Kang, tell me what your character looks like and how they present and what they're doing now that they've accidentally triggered. And okay, what you see is a large, tall humanoid wielding a great axe, visibly running towards you.
currently he is having his traveler's hood up, his face covered, but to most people would notice that it is not a normal like flat face. If they can see from the side, from a front, you won't see that this is a snout or a mouth that is protruding slightly like an animal. I am also not black as in the token says. I am wearing brown colored all the way down. The Not black currently. Um, the He has an at his shoulder a short bow, and for those who are keen eyes, under his cloak, you would see multiple daggers and a sword hilt that doesn't has a blade. He has also behind him a bag. I think Valerius has keen eye. He has 27 perception. He's carrying a backpack, and slightly below that is what seems to be a chest, but it's smaller, that is carryable by him. That is
Uh,
how he is
okay.
seen.
The running figure is now sort of within 80 feet of you, but she starts to slow down. But her great axe, I say her, but you can't really tell what her gender is. Their great axe is still held aloft with intention to kill if necessary.
I am not sure about the situation, but I look around. Hopefully, there's no cliff nearby before I speak aloud. Is there a cliff nearby? I don't think there's cliff
This
nearby.
place is very
There's
dangerous.
several.
It's just
There's
you're
several
in
cliffs.
a valley.
Oh,
Ding, ding,
all right.
ding.
In that case, I will visibly hold up both of my hands, and to now, I believe. Oh no, my hand would be gloved. Yeah, so both of my hands. I'll just hold up both of my hands at adjacent to my head, just saying like gesture that I am not building currently holding a weapon, even though my person has weapons.
Make me a persuasion check.
That is
Oh no.
I
no.
mean,
I have.
15 is still pretty
It's
good.
not. It's not triggering. I have the reliable talent, so that's a 20.
Ah,
That
okay.
should be a. Is that a 15 or let me check? That is a persuasion is 5, so 15. 15 days.
Yeah. So with reliable talent, I think it triggered. It's just red because it's a 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Spyglass in one hand and pistol. Okay, got it. It's not enough to absolve you of any suspicion, but it's enough for her to just slightly lower her axe. And you hear her call out, just audible enough for you. Valerius, you hear this. Ghost, you hear this as well. And you remember her saying this the previous night. Friend of foe.
And then I will speak up. Just trying to be audible enough, but not too loud. Friend.
She stands up at attention, lowers the great axe further, and just watches you for a while. Like this watching happens for a solid 10 minutes. Does anybody do anything within the 10 minutes?
Lumbering white. Well,
Sorry?
the white mound that's blending against the background will attempt to get nearer.
Okay, go for it. Like, how near do you want to be? Also, Valerius, you have the spyglass, you have the pistol. Where are you?
I would say where Valerius is on the map is accurate to where he's supposed to be.
Okay, okay.
Let me
I'm-
just see.
I will,
30
however, if they would start moving, Valerius will only start moving the minute this newcomer is about 20 feet ahead of Valerius, and he'll follow from behind.
Okay. So you're going to uh get on this guy's 6 essentially.
Shall I roll another
Um,
stealth check?
Yes, everybody roll me a stealth check except our new friend who rolls me a perception check.
Jom stealth and perception.
Really?
26.
A 9?
Visible moving mound of white.
You
Valerius.
Valerius cannot be seen. Um Catman, you watch as this mound of white fur moves ever closer to you and then stops and remains still. It's very disturbing considering you have heard stories of creatures. You're not sure what this is. You're not sure if this thing is hunting the big person who is looking at you very strangely and for a really long time. But you see no other people. What are you doing in this situation?
Oh, I'll look at the person and then look. My eyes just slightly dart to that giant mound of fur, and then go back to the humanoid that is visible right now. It's like, I'm just looking for direction.
She
That's
regards you.
all.
How did you find this place?
I just walked aimlessly, to be honest.
Make me a
It's been a
deception
while.
check.
Okay.
Deception. Yon.
Hey, why am I rolling two?
I don't
Oh
know.
no, never mind. That's a perception. The
Yeah,
bottom one is
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, that's correct.
It looks like she buys it.
Okay,
She
who's inside? Because someone's saying that they're walking endlessly and not heading for somewhere and is
Same.
lost. It's very strange.
Can I
Thus.
also roll?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Do-
I wonder if this will be the time where
Okay.
Valerius finally gets better fucking insight.
You can't beat 23 with your net 20 yet.
Uh,
You can't beat 23.
Sad.
Sad.
I'm
Sad.
sorry.
You know
I'm
what-
sorry.
you know
You buy it. You buy it.
Technically, I could if I flash it.
All right. Do you want to flash it? I mean, otherwise you buy it. This guy seems to be
I believe
honest.
flash. You also have to be within the distance of who you are flashing, right?
He flashed himself.
Myself,
Yeah, Flash himself.
Oh, he flashed himself.
Nah,
He
it's
could.
fine. Valerius is naturally trusting anyway. I don't see anything wrong with
That's
this.
fair. That's fair. In the back of your mind, new Catman, you feel like you're just about to get a lore dump from a new guy, like shivers go down your spine. You're like, I don't want. Oh God.
I don't want to deal with this again.
Story. She is still looking at you because you are now at an impasse. Either you move forward because she's not going to, but you also see clearly behind you, although now slightly obfuscated by embankments. If you weren't so close, you would have missed this completely. Make me a perception check.
All right.
I mean, you already knew there's an encampment here. You're just not very aware of how extensive or how small it is. And now that you're looking around, you're like, oh, okay. You understand why this person looming over you from far away. Miraculously, you're not sure how this person is so tall, is so vehement in protecting the space.
Yeah. Understanding why and probably seeing lack of movement as well, and the only movement is this person. I am understanding and says like, well, at least if you could point me to the direction of Githard village, then I will be leaving you to your business.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
I want to see where is my oh, over here.
What is that?
Oh, yeah, that's why I want to know.
What is
It
that?
I know what this means. Roll 20 fucked up, and it showed what was being rolled, but it didn't roll an actual dice.
Oh
okay.
my god.
Let me relog.
Okay.
Uh,
Elevator
because
music.
I am trying to use back the old UI, and
Oh, don't
then
do that.
apparently they don't like the old UI, so I'm going back to the new one. Be
Oh,
right back.
the new one is nice and neat though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm trying to see, like, I mean, it's clean and I can see more of the stuff. But yeah, I understand.
Hmm. I've never seen this.
I seen it while back before. This is recent, and I don't never like. Yeah,
This is recent and I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. And now the names are screwed up. I will fix that later because my screen are now jammed up by all of our users' name. All right, I'll re-roll the persuasion.
Yes, with advantage. Nope, still duty.
Uh, E? What?
Okay,
Okay,
while
what did I messed up? Okay.
I don't know.
Try for the moment backslash roll 1d20 plus 5.
Or 2d20 plus 5. Okay.
For it will be 18 plus 5.
23.
Yeah.
I would say that is sufficient. You hear her whistle. It's a sort of very light and breezy whistle before trudging through the snow under the trees towards you is a small figure. From the distance, it would almost seem as if she called her child over, but as the smaller one gets closer and closer, you realize, oh, you think you see a beard. Okay, definitely not a child.
A gnome, a dwarf.
You're you're sure it's not a dwarf? It's not stocky enough. Probably gnomish. Or
Oh,
halfling. But they're wearing shoes, so
probably gnome then. Halfling don't wear shoes,
he
I
clears
believe.
his throat. Yeah, clearly male. Uh,
Okay.
you mentioned, sorry, what? And he's still quite far away.
Oh, am I able to get closer to speak with him? I don't think he is good at hearing.
Slowly come closer.
Oh, okay. My hand will still be raised up here.
She
And then
nods.
I approach them slowly while my hand is still above. around where my head is. So going closer, when I think I'm roughly around like 30 feet close to them, probably able to speak clear to the omen. Then I say, "Sir, I'm sorry about that. I am trying to look for directions to Githard village."
That's very convenient, considering it's a mere 4 days away. That way.
I look to where the direction is pointing. Uh, well, I am going to the that village to see if I can find any jobs there.
Make me a persuasion with advantage.
All right. Give me a sec. Oh right, I need to roll the normal way. I can't roll pressing the. Why are
Thanks.
you
Roll
broken?
20.
Why are you broken? It will be also 18 plus 5.
Okay. What is with these 18s? Okay. Looking for jobs. What have you heard and where from do you hail?
Uh, can I? Can you give me a location?
Yeah, sure.
Because
Just insert name here.
okay, insert name here. Uh, from
But at the
there
same
I
time,
yeah.
are you uh tipu atau benar?
Oh, I'm actually from there. Like when I heard the thing that you told me,
Oh,
I
okay, okay,
came
okay.
from there and then like just came here.
Okay, I forgot the name of the place. But yes, he was
Yeah.
the underground city. Why would you leave from there? I heard it's good.
Uh,
Come closer.
I come closer.
You now see the little cavern encampment properly. And it's cozy.
Is Valerius still keeping distance with me?
Does he even know Valerius is there, or did I miss that part?
I don't
No.
think so.
I don't think I know is there, but I'm getting closer to the old people, and I don't know where the old people is, compared to where you are standing,
I
because we are not
think
moving tokens.
I think Valerius is staying 20 feet away from you, but at your 6 at all times.
All right, and then the mound of fur.
You can
Mount
see the
Fur is
monitor
just
like
30 feet away.
All
30 feet
right.
away.
Wait,
like
since I'm
it's
getting behind 20 feet of Kang, should I roll another stealth check?
not yet.
Okay.
Like we'll hold on to your rolls for the moment. When you get closer,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay. Oh, yes, so the insert name here. Why did you leave? Surely there would be more work there.
My job. Is intel. It's not really underground work. I am sort of a hunter, you see.
See why underground would be kind of difficult for hunting. He looks at you questioningly, like hunting what?
So speak up. What do you hunt?
Oh, this is the
I
first time.
I look to the mount of her. It speaks. Uh, well, I am. I know my profession is a little bit not in the greatest of light, but I am a bounty hunter. Doesn't have to be just humanoid creatures that they want exotics and whatnot that needs to be taken, or whatever giver, the quest giver, might want it to happen.
Who do you work for?
Hmm? Yes, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can you speak again?
Who do you work for?
I work for no one. Bounty hunter doesn't like work for anyone. They just take jobs and do it.
Permit me not to be completely hospitable at the moment, considering we don't know you that well. Also, bounty hunters not really trustworthy lot, considering our encampment. Would you
Um,
mind if we stay out here?
it's fine. That is why I know your situations, and which is why I just asking for directions since someone is hurling at me previously.
You see like a nod of understanding from the tall person. Now make me a perception check, and Valerius, make me a stealth.
Baiklah. 29.
Also, I'm not sure why I'm keep
22.
rolling two dices. I think something is messed up.
I think you set advantage always.
Ah.
No, let me check the thing again.
1d20 OD20 plus 10.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay,
keep
okay.
one.
Okay, 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 okay. I see. This is not what you call a roll. I'm just rolling to see if it's fixed or not. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
So previously was the advantage that was broken, right? Let me check this one. That's not advantage. Where's my query advantage? Where is it?
I think it's giving you reliable talent.
Yeah.
It is giving me reliable talent because I have them. Um,
On your
query
perception?
query advantage. Oh, I all of my skills that I have ticked is reliable.
Okay, then it's not a surprise then.
Yeah, then 22 is correct. Okay?
But that is still fucked up though.
Uh,
That's your problem.
that's like you gotta fix this later.
Okay. Yeah. There's a thing that I need to fix. Then I will.
Do that later.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do that later. Yeah.
You still can only check that there is a big mountain of fur talking to you. You don't clock anything else aside from mountain of fur, big woman, tiny guy.
All right. Because Valerius is keeping 20 feet away from me, I will still not notice him yet.
Considering you're of the mercenary variety, would it be polite if I asked your name?
Yeah, certainly. You can just call me Moomei.
Moomei?
Yes, Moomei.
Moomei. It's a pleasure to meet you, Moomei. You must please be considerate of my being protective of my encampment. We have recently seen an influx of visitors that we don't really want considering our current situation, but since you are going to the place, Githard, we are actually intending to go in a similar direction.
Oh.
Perhaps I could ask for your help. But before that, considering your mercenary status, we don't have much to trade in terms of coin.
Um, Not just coinage can be trade, informations, items, tools, a lot of things can be trade in where we do business. Usually, coin is not the end or be all.
You see him quickly whistle another tune, and then you hear another reply. I see. Just give me a moment as we sort out what we have to give. We're very light, very skint, considering we've been traveling for a while, and I have yet to refuel, so to speak.
That is fair. That is fair. I will just stand there and look around. Valerius is close enough. Like, I assume that he's close enough to see like what am I holding in my current person, and
If he wants
otherwise,
to,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
If you're not wearing a cloak, then it would be very easy to see. But if you're wearing a cloak,
I am wearing a cloak, but because of the weaponry, the front side would be still visible, and because the big bags that I have, those are visible as well.
okay, he is behind you. So, Valerius, do you want to check him out? Do you want to look for anything?
All Valerius cares about at the moment, there's a potentially friendly / hostile thing in the camp perimeter, and he's not gonna relinquish his sights off this thing and maintain his pistol on his back.
Okay, so you're watching this guy intently. Make me an insight check.
Man, what's with the inside checks? When are you gonna start making me roll arcana checks? Anyway, 14.
This guy not magic. What do you want? Okay, 14.
Yeah, I'm not built out of magic.
He's built
Above
out of the
blast.
opposite of magic. He's built out of reliable talent, okay? Okay, 14. You're not sure. You're probably sitting in the same space and mindset as Anyanka at the moment. Just watching
kill
this
if
guy.
necessary.
Sorry?
Yeah, basically the mindset just kill if necessary.
Yeah,
or
kill
when the
if
need arrives
necessary.
to-
You also have a gauge on the old man. He seems to be very interested, and you are reminded of the unhappiness he flashed for just a moment as he spoke about the wayfinder that is missing.
Okay, perhaps he's wanting to see if he knows this. The newcomer knows this person. Intriguing.
A few moments, very, very short moments later, a whistle in another ditty flies through the air, and the old man regards the cat. What's his name again? What wasn't Sassoon? Vidal Sassoon.
Kang, what is your name?
I forgot.
Oh, well, you're saying my name. Okay.
Yeah.
I will type it up. It's Moomei, the current name that I have
Moomei.
given.
Okay.
Moomei, very,
Moomei.
I don't know. You're
very China.
It's like
It's actually not okay. So explanation out of character is a Japan word for no name. Nameless.
Okay. Fair
Yes.
enough.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, if you stepped up and went, my name is Tadanama. Okay, I
Yes,
understand.
but I'm using different language so they don't know.
Anyway, Moomei, we have portrayed various lumber, some blankets, rope. We have precious metals in the form of iron ingots. But that is all we can spare at the moment, unless you will need manpower to do various odd jobs on the way.
Oh, I don't need manpower. Don't worry about that. Iron materials. Why do you have that? Might I ask?
For trade, we. He takes a deep breath. This is very uncomfortable for my old bones. Please, come have a seat closer to the fire. And at that point, you watch Anyanka put her weapons down.
And as same that my hands slowly move down, but nowhere near where my weapons are, or close to unhook my bow that is in at my shoulder. So no weapons that is no intention of drawing a weapon.
Okay,
And
Valerius, you're
then
still watching. You're still quiet. You're still invisible.
At this point, seeing as how both Anyanka and the old man have completely disarmed, and this new dude has also disarmed, Valerius will deactivate his stealth view and purposefully make some snow crunching sounds as he makes his way around Kang's character while holstering his pistol to stand next to Ghost.
Kang, roll for shock.
do I have to?
No, I'm kidding. Because it's really sudden. It's like 20 feet away from you. Suddenly crunch, crunch. You're
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah, the I will you will see like he has, even with the mask on his face, you'll see here that his eyes, since you're close, you can see his facial expression. Eyes rise a bit. It's like, huh,
Do I
some,
scare the old man and Anyanka as well?
Nah. They're just watching. They're just like, okay.
so yeah, I will see that I give Valerius a nod, like no intention of violence or anything. And then I look at his, what is he wearing right now? I know the mount of fur is not wearing anything because it is a mount of fur.
Allow me to send you the most recent picture. Give me a minute.
While you send the picture, actually, I can put the picture in the
I want to
chat.
the most not quickest noticeable question I want to ask is: are you wearing your armor?
Yeah, I'll show you the picture. Hold up.
Are you wearing?
ENG. Does this work? Alamak, tak
It's
jalan.
broken.
Okay,
It's
so what
broken.
you do is you put it. Hang on, let me do it. It's
No,
the
I did. It shows a broken
This
image
far.
icon.
no PC
Ilan
intro.
Does it
Nila.
work with Discord? I
Put
can
it.
still
Put the
see there.
picture in PC intro.
Oh, PC intro. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's not the finished one yet. It is
Okay,
halfway
okay,
done.
okay.
Tada,
Let me-
here you
Oh,
go.
so you are wearing those, huh?
Let
Yep.
me do this, because
Okay.
I think you did not add the question mark.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, aku bodoh, maaf.
Oh, it's a RoboCop.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Robocop.
so for question, this is gonna ask directly to Sha.
Yes.
Does this fit the description?
Make me a history check with advantage since you did your homework.
All right.
Yes, Valerius, you heard there was a bounty hunter and you revealed yourself.
Low. For story. Okay, what-
9. Because I believe I quote unquote Robert is not helping me with that ability check currently, so it is a
Okay.
9.
It like something tickles at the back of your mind. You think this might be important, but at the moment you're more interested in what this old man has to say than the person who just appeared behind you.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I will clock that and then make make the facial of like didn't think much about it and then continue on sitting with the old person.
Okay, all of you make your way, and he has put seats around the fire. Very warm for the size. Again, the lack of smoke and soot is almost magical. And he this time regards all of you together, as if pleading. Valerius, Ghost, and Moomei, I would like to request your help. The
Listening.
reason why we're here is we're waiting on... He takes a deep breath. There's a lot of sadness coming from him at the moment. We're waiting for one of ours. We sent an envoy to Githard more than a week and a half ago. Her name is Minu, and she is our wayfinder, and without her, I'm afraid it would be very difficult for us to make our way to anywhere else. Githard, as you know, is 4 days away. And the people traveling with me, although you do not see them all, as they want to be safe, are refugees intent on making a new life. And Githard is the closest that I can manage anyway. And there was the place that I were to refuel, get food for my horses, get various other things for travel, and keep moving south to perhaps pick up more people, transport more goods. We also, and then he points to the wagon over here, we also have to make repairs for some of our more worn down carriages. This is when all of you look around, and yeah, the carriage has been seen better days, definitely.
Are they worn down to the point where
Ghost
mending will do
waits for
anything?
Valerius to offer himself.
Valerius makes a cursory glance. Can he tell that mending can fix this?
Some of the stuff, yes, but some of the stuff, no, because they're more like big metal cracks, like large chunks missing from chassis.
Okay, so what he can mending, Valerius will stand up and gives a nod towards the old man. I'll get started. Turns around and starts walking towards the wagons.
Wait,
Oh,
I don't need you to do that. I need you to travel to Githard and find her.
Valerius looks towards Ghost and our brand new quote-unquote friend. And it's like,
Ghost turns to the... Can he tell what Moomei is from sniffing and like being close?
You have met many a tabaxi, one of which you remember you hate so much. And there's a voice at the back of your mind that pings the seething rage just because of one particular individual, and you hear the name distinctively. I'm a deal. And then the rage disappears.
He will turn back to the tabaxi and say, "What do you know of Githard?"
Not much actually. Actually, do I know not much?
Make
for-
me another. Make me a history check with advantage, because you're supposed to have done your homework.
Yeah, I know, but you know, that's
19. Okay. Is this advantage?
that is no. I'm rolling. That's advantage.
Okay,
then,
okay.
19.
19 is good. You know that Githard is one is a significantly sized town. Let me pull up my notes really quickly. Githard. It has about 300 people living in it. The makeup seems to be between dwarves and humans, and half dwarven mix, 90% of them, and 10% mix is made up of immigrants. They tend to be more of like a farming community, so there's a lot of crops, there's a lot of animals. And you heard, but this is unsubstantiated, mostly because you haven't had time to do a bit of digging and sleuthing, that this is a town under the matriarch's employ specifically. And you heard in passing that the matriarch is very unhappy with what this town has been able to produce. And something bad might be happening. You're just not sure when or how.
Um, uh, as this reminder kicks in, and then his eyes squints a little bit and look to the Mount of Fur and says, "Well, I know it's a sizable town. Dwarves and humans live among. A supposed to be a farming community. That much I know. I also know that the Queen controls that land. That's all." The matriarch is a queen, right?
I would say she's not a queen per se, but she is sovereign.
Okay, so I'll just use the word matriarch instead of the queen.
Hey, you can
Okay.
call her whatever you want. Yeah.
But
So
I was more assumed that it is a queen. But yes, that's what I usually would use.
Ghost will
Okay.
glance at the old man. Say, if something is allowed to prosper this long, he looks back to the tabaxi. What else do you know? Why are you going there?
For jobs, looking for jobs. If there is any bounties, food that needs to be hunted, animals. I know it's a farming community, but it is a more reason for me to go there. And if they need exotic hunt needed, like either a bear or something bigger.
The old
No,
man
not
speaks
you.
up. If I'm not mistaken, the reason why we're sending the refugees there is because they want for more workers. There seems to be some kind of exodus as of late. That's all I know. Perhaps this was a bad idea.
Well, there is one extra thing is that there are more. I believe she is unhappy with the production and she wants to push production. I'm not sure. That's all what I heard. It's not what I know per se.
This you don't need to roll an insight check to see his eyes go wide as if he's suffering some kind of um like PTSD memory shock. What I'm going to say to you might come as a unhappy revelation, but I was from one of those villages that was under the matriarch's employ. And whenever news got out that she was unhappy, well, this is what is left. She looks around. He looks around at all the caravans. She tends to want to leave no man standing. And then, as he says that, Valerius, he looks at you. There's no sense of him accusing you of anything, only a deep amount of sadness in his eyes. Did he beat her back? I think he beat her back. Anyway, you
He did
see
be
him
right back, yes.
you see him look sadly at Valerius. I will reiterate this later. I'm afraid I'm at a loss, and it is she is part of my group. I do need to find her for my own well-being. It is very selfish of me to ask this of you.
Hmm. Valerius back. Repeat what you said.
Okay, so TLDR, he said that his previous village, a long time ago, was demolished by the matriarch because she was unhappy, and then as he said demolished, he looked at you with sadness, and there was no sense of accusing you of anything, just like loss. Yes, specifically you. Insight. Why? You you feel a pang of guilt at seeing such a pitiful expression on such a kind and generous person who had taken away essentially all the tiredness that you have. But you're unsure why at the moment. All you know is you feel guilt.
Ghost has a good idea why, but he doesn't see the point bringing it up now. Because Ghost will just say, "What does Minu look like?"
She is lithe and not really tall, maybe about yay high, and he puts his hand up at the tippy toes of his height, reaching about maybe 5 feet. Very, very tall. Fast as lightning. Can see so many things so quickly. She has when she left, she was wearing this, and then he explains to you her outfit, which is very similar to what everybody else is wearing. So very simple white winter gear. She has snowshoes. She has the most brilliant blue-green eyes, but I doubt you would be able to see that, considering she would be quite far away. Or I hope she's alive. Mm-hmm. And he starts explaining like hair, mannerisms. How
Uh,
how easiest to sort of capture her essence is imagine a bunny in snow.
ah,
If I were to make a check as to try and determine like what kind of features this person would have, what kind of check would it be?
Ghost will just ask the most obvious question.
is
Is
it a
she a human?
Yes.
Okay, because if she's a human versus she's a gnome, that's a big difference.
Oh yeah, yeah, no. To him, everybody is tall. So
Mm.
a dwarf is tall.
taller than him?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I will voice that like, um, well, give me a moment, and then I just look to the side, seemingly to no one. It's like, Robert, are you around?
You
Hmm.
feel warmth. You know that it is your master responding to you in a certain way. You've
Did you
never
know? Yes,
actually
yes.
heard you've never actually heard conversation from the recently deceased.
No, yes. I will goes I will say, do you think there's bad thing happen at that town right now?
You know that whenever your token becomes warm, that's an affirmative. When it becomes strangely cold, it's a negative. And slowly the token gets warmer and warmer. Where do you wear this token?
Uh, his is a unique token that is inside a pouch. So you will see that his hand currently is into the pouch holding this token, and this token is not a singular solid object. I believe you remember what I did to the body.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah,
would you say
yeah,
that it's like a bag of
it
trinkets?
it is a bag of trinkets. Yes.
Okay.
So, filling in, I was like, I see. Okay. Well, I believe if that's the case, then we might need to be quick and make haste to the town. Then I have bad omen about that.
We cannot send you fast enough, but you can take 2 of our horses. Will that help? And then he looks specifically at Ghost to see whether he can run as fast as Hans.
Horses are slow.
Horses
I,
are
re-
slow.
I require to ask a question. What is the speed of these horses?
They're typical horses. So if we go back to the map, hang on. Let me plonk you guys at the map. There is a measure. Would
I need to
be
zoom back in so much now.
I know. Would be good if I actually went to the map as well with you guys. You know. So 1 hex is 21 kilometers. A horse can travel 9.6 kilometers, so 2.1 days per hex. And if you go without horse, it's double.
Hmm.
Question to you, Sha.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have using my race ability can go at an extremely high pace. Obviously, will exhaust myself.
Mm-hmm.
I
Would
think no,
my
your race
speed?
needs to stop moving once to use it
Yeah.
again.
It's
Yes,
it's
but yeah, that will be like very the only thing is like 6 seconds, like very exhausting burst amount of and then stop burst amount of speed,
Yeah, I
right?
mean,
I
if you
think
move twice your
out
speed and stop moving for one round, it ends up the same.
yeah. So
Yeah.
out of combat that feature is
Yes.
kind of self-defeating.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, because you
well,
have to
I'm
stop for 6 seconds and then
Mhm.
double speed for 6 seconds. It's like why?
Because I, as a rogue, I can dash and bonus action dash as well,
Mm-hmm.
and I have 40 feet of movement base.
Yes.
It doesn't
However,
matter. The math
yeah.
is
Yeah.
the
So I'm
same.
just asking if this is faster than a horse.
No, no. I'm
No,
gonna say
can't. You
outright.
times 2, then plus 0, then you divide by 2, you get 1 again.
Yeah.
Sad life.
It's
My
It's
also
a very
because you have to also consider this is a 4-day travel on foot.
my carpet is also like faster than a horse ride.
Oh yeah, you have your carpet. Yeah. So feasibly, out of character, the slowest. What's everybody's speed aside from carpet? Carpet is what, like 80?
80.
Yeah.
Yeah. Val moves at Choto Matene.
Ghost is 55.
I'm
55.
40 without my racial and whatever thing bullshit I do.
Because
Yeah.
I will
Oh,
say
just
that
40.
if you dash continuously for the duration of the whole trip, you will get 2 exhaustions.
Oh
Yeah.
no, screw that.
Yeah. So 40 for me.
Yeah.
Val moves at 35.
It's not so much the horses, but like Ghost can't ride a horse.
Yeah, I know. For Ghost, I will give that because he's kind of.
What?
Unless you
I
want like
for-
a flat horse after half an hour.
I mean, technically, if
Uh,
you take a horse, if you take 2 horses, Valerius can go on a horse and Ghost can feasibly go on a carpet because he's still medium.
I'm
I
sorry,
have
that's like 7 layers of animal cruelty.
I
I
have a
mean,
question to ask.
mm-hmm.
Valerius has tensors floating this as a spell. So if he gets on his carpet and casts tensors floating this, does that work?
I think the last time I read tenses, it should work.
So
Can
basically,
you
Valerius
ping
can.
me the spell? Like put it up
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
chat.
sure.
Just
One
don't
second.
go over any gaps, yeah, if you're gonna do that.
You will
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah. Give me one quick moment. I'm trying to figure out where the spell went. Oh, okay, there it is.
Okay. I know it's 20 feet behind you. I would say yes. You just have to make a couple of survival rolls to make sure you don't fall into a pit. That's it. I would say that works.
Okay, awesome. So Ghost can sit behind Valerius in the chariot.
Not just ghosts, it's 500 pounds, so both people can.
Oh yeah, both people
But-
can just sit back to
yeah.
back like okay,
I
Chante.
believe he did say like 2 horses, right? So we don't have to cram in
Oh,
one.
but
Yeah.
Valerius's carpet moves faster than the horse.
Ah, okay.
Valid.
Valid.
So yeah, with whatchamacallit, with Ghosts and I'm sorry, with Ghosts and I forgot your name, no name, doing the survival checks, Valerius can focus on perception. And then it's like, yeah, okay, let's go.
I think
Go
Valerius
on
has
his
to
own
focus on
force.
driving.
Okay, fair enough. Valerius will be doing the survival checks, although with his shit survival, someone needs to help him.
Okay. Tell me, what is the program?
Ghost will go on all fours.
Okay, ghosts will go on all fours. We have a Tensor's floating disc because funny.
And then we have the whatchamacallit, the carpet.
Valerius will be on a carpet. Very good. It's going to take a while.
Okay, I just need to question. Just now, it was gonna be a 4 days travel through horse, right?
2 days travel by horse.
Okay, if we're talking about a draft horse moves at 40 feet a turn. Valerius goes at 80, so that should be 1 day of traveling, yes?
40 feet a turn for a draft horse. Hang on, why did I delete that? Hang on. Give me 1 second. Do riding horses. Riding horse is 60 feet.
Ah, okay. 20 feet faster then.
Yep.
Never mind.
So it's negligible.
Okay.
Especially since you have to take 10 minutes to recast.
Fair enough. 4 day.
Okay. Let me see. So we might have to end early. Actually, you know what? No, we won't end early. We'll do some funny stuff. Okay, so you set out. Let me see. What time is it? What time did y'all arrive here? Do. Let's say you start hitting out around 6 because Valerius was busy doing the ritual casting of the alarms.
I'm sorry, before we set off, is there any free time Valerius can use before actually going to bed? There is something very important he wants to do.
No, we're gonna save people. You can cram your
What do
stuff
you mean
away.
sleep? What do you mean
I mean,
sleep?
Oh yeah, fair.
you can RP it.
Okay, never mind.
I mean,
would
you're
do
not
it.
you're not gonna travel straight. You can sleep along the way.
It's okay.
You have
Valerius
to.
will do it. Will do it on the carpet. It's an easy fix anyway.
Okay. So you do have to stop to rest for 8 hours. A long
Okay.
rest on the way. That's like non-negotiable unless you want to risk another exhaustion.
Okay, very well.
Okay. So let us make our. So I need somebody doing perception checks. I need somebody doing a survival check.
Ghost, are you doing survival, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I, with the help of Floaty, shall roll perception unless Kang's perception is higher. Mine's sitting at a plus 12 with advantage.
I am plus 12 with reliable talent.
Okay, I think both of us should make it then.
Okay. Go ahead.
Does this count as moving closer towards Brawl?
This town is moving to the east-ish. Like if you look at the map,
advantage on survival to the city of Brawl. That's why I'm asking.
yeah, it's not going towards the city. It's a bit off
Okay.
towards the east.
Okay,
So
right.
the city is going south.
Okay, perception checks. Let's go. 26. Reliable
22.
talent is such a nice skill. Damn.
Yes, you won't roll below 10.
Yeah.
Okay. 13 on survival.
13 on survival. Okay. So perception exists to let you know the direction, to let you know whether there are potholes. Survival is to make sure you're going in the right direction ish. So 13 for survival, you don't lose time, but you don't make time either. It's like a halfway in the middle. And as an added bonus, you find yourself in an empty, flat land with no sort of nooks and crannies for you to make camp or hide in. Ghost, you know that in this sort of situation, the only way to keep yourself safe and warm at night as you bed down is to go underground.
He does.
Do you
He will
want
dig
to?
his igloo.
His igloo. Both of you watch this happen. You may make your own igloos to copy. This is the first time Catman, I will never remember this name, like Muman, Mamoon,
Yeah.
Momo,
It is.
I
Yeah.
just remember it as Mummy.
Mummy.
That's
Okay.
not
Me,
even.
Maggie, me.
That's
Maggie
not
me.
even the name I'm going for, but okay.
Mummy. Mom, you
No.
see an igloo being made. It's very rudimentary. It's very it's sort of like watching like a wild animal dig a burrow, which is not something unusual for Ghost. But this is really the first time you're traveling with him.
Well, I believe this is the first time I see an igloo.
An igloo? It's not really an igloo,
Right.
it's like a hole in the ground.
Oh, okay. Okay, then hole in ground seen a lot. If a igloo, then I don't believe that Moomei would have seen any before. All right. I will attempt to copy.
Okay, make me a survival check with
Survival
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Okay.
Valerius will do the same with mold earth and shape water.
Okay, fine. You make. You've also done this before.
Tanam.
Reliable talent give me at 18.
Okay. With an 18, you're all right. Yeah, you make a small cubby hole enough. Like you make your hole, you're very comfortable in it. Like it's very cozy, and then you step out and you see everybody else's hole is bigger than yours. You're like, is this necessary?
This is
No.
fine.
This is comfortable.
This is fine.
Is anybody taking any watches? Do you want to do anything before you bed down?
Valerius will take middle watch. Floaty is on constant watch.
Okay.
And if there's time, Valerius is gonna no. Yeah. You know what? Before that, Valerius is gonna fix Floaty's fucking voice box. Take the time and just like, yes, let's just open you up and reinstall fucking everything.
Okay. How do you intend to do this? First of all, what do you need to make a homunculus? Aside from the gem. The gem can be reused.
Quite literally just that only.
Okay. And how much time do you need?
As the long rest finishes, the thing springs to life.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool. The other thing I wanted to do, Valerius is gonna find a piece of cloth and cut a slit through it and fix it over his spyglass so he doesn't reveal his fucking position when he's scouting.
Fair. You can do one or the other.
I will do the floaty one first.
Okay. You can save the other one for the next night. But that will
Yeah.
take all of your concentration. Like
I do
there is
not
no watch for you.
incur. Okay, before that, I do not incur. What is the word called? I don't incur an exhaustion point, right?
No.
I swear to
This
God.
is part of your class, but it does mean that this will be your focus for the night.
Okay, sorry guys, good luck. I will let Floaty do the watch consistently though. Oh wait, no, I can't. I'm fixing him. Never mind.
Exactly. So, but hey, you get Floaty's annoying voice back.
Ghost will not bother with the watch at all, because if something wants to bother him in the burrow, it's going to get eaten.
Oh my god.
I will.
It's a reverse
however,
wombat.
Oh no. I will, however, take a watch, but the watch is early in the morning.
Okay. Okay. So everybody goes to sleep. On your watch, nothing really happens, but the pouch in your pocket that holds a very, very important person to you, or the remnants of, begins to feel warm. And you're not even holding on to it.
I squint a little bit, and I remember that I could talk to. No, is that memory wrong? Well, that's me thinking actually. Talk to spirit, but haven't even talked to master before. Like voice verbally, and he is acting on himself. And I place my hand into the bag, the satchel, and grab onto them, it,
How
him.
many pieces do you grab onto?
It is dust right now.
Oh, it's dust right now. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
it's dust right now. Yes.
Okay. You grab onto it and make me a constitution saving throw.
Oh, the worst saving throw.
Why?
It's nothing bad. Relax.
I mean,
I
it is
also
the
have
worst.
terrible
It is.
con.
It is. Oh, I have 7. No,
17.
plus me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel the warmth coalesce in your hand as you grab a handful. And although it's dust, it starts coagulating and merging. And thankfully, it doesn't burn you. But you feel it slowly solidify into a pebble.
I look around to see if anyone is looking. Do I need to roll perception check or
You are
actually have
in an
no?
Everyone in
igloo.
their own
It's-
perspective holes, my guy. Who else is looking?
No, no. I'm watching, so I'm out of.
I'm
the
I'm gonna
currently.
say that you
Oh,
don't
okay.
need to make a perception check because your passive perception is 27 and this is like flatland, and I'm not joking, that's flat.
Okay, so I don't need to roll, and I look around. It's like there's no people, and I pull it out just to look at myself, what it has become.
You pull out that particular stone. The rest of your hand is still slightly covered in dust. There's still more dust in your bag. And it's
Uh-huh.
still warm to the touch, but you have a stone now that coalesced from that bone dust. And you look at it and it seems to have some kind of runic etching.
Any language that I know?
Uh you would have been taught Sylvan from your master.
Yes. Yes.
And this rune has Sylvan on it.
What does the Sylvan says or meaning?
It's just a letter at the moment, so you can't really make out heads or tails. It's like seeing the letter F.
I turn it around and see it feels like incomplete in some sense.
Make
I
me a wisdom. Yeah, make me a wisdom check with advantage. We'll say your master is helping you.
Okay. So this is well. How does that work? Okay, never mind. Just rolling it.
Like just click wisdom.
A 21.
Okay, 21 is pretty good. You look at the surface of the stone. It seems flat, like the kind of rock you would throw to skip across the water. One side is engraved with a Sylvan marking, the other side blank. You've seen stuff like this before at the side of the road Uh, some people would say they would tell you the future. Some say they will tell you of the lucks that you have. You feel the need to plunge your hand into the bone dust once more.
I give in because this is my master and I trust him in I do not know the word how to pronounce it. Explicitly blah 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 blah.
Good enough.
In okay. So I'll do that.
Okay, so you this time you put your hand in faster. You grab again a handful, and it does the same thing. It coalesces. Make me another Constitution saving throw for the heat.
A 10.
This process suddenly becomes quite taxing to you as you realize that although it is your master's will, it's still your energy that it's pulling from. Let me make a roll. Take 6 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's fine.
And this time, as you pull it out, a different rune. 2 letters now stand in front of you in the snow, and it's slowly melting the snow in the surrounding. The satchel is still warm. You feel, given the size of each pebble, you can go for 3 more. What do you want to?
I take a deep breath. How many days did we travel? Just one day, right? That
Yes,
road
this is the
was
first
just
night.
okay. I'm going to, at the moment, attempt to pull twice, 2 more times, and feel what I need to do for the last one. For now.
Okay. So you pull 2 more. Make me 2 Constitution saving throws.
17 and 13.
Okay. You take another 4 points of fire damage. The last one, although not as painful as the second stone, bites you.
Okay.
In the cold, you feel sweat drip down the back of your neck. You drop that
I
stone,
uh-huh.
and now you see in front of you 2 face up, 2 face down.
Do I know Omen enough to know what this is?
At the moment, you feel like you're too tired, but if you want, you can make me an intelligence check, like a flat intelligence.
All right. I will attempt it at least. Natural 20.
Natural 20, very nice. You know that you need the 5th piece, but you know that that cannot happen today. Given that you are sat, the sun is almost coming up. You need to keep the 4 that you have in front of you. You need to sit down and meditate with your master.
I will take the 4 stones and put it back to the trinket satchel. Place it in there. And then commune wise, I would like to uh whisper to my master, and I'm going to switch a ability skill currently because of I can do it every day.
Okay?
I will change it from intimidation to currently I think I would need history because I think that there is history to be made. So I'm
Okay.
changing that. Okay.
Done. You feel very secure that you have communed with your master. You also feel very secure that he is still willing to speak with you after the atrocities, accidental or not. You're not sure how you can consolidate the feelings that you have, but eventually you think maybe it will go away. But right now you have pieces that you can rely on.
All right, and that ends my watch, I believe. That ends my watch, I believe. Yes.
Yep. In with that end, the morning comes. Ghost, you didn't have a great night because there were chatter in your head. Not enough to stop you from falling asleep, but enough to make you wake up a little bit cranky. The malicious feelings that you harbor against your new companion, unfounded completely. They don't even have the same coloration. But the repetition of the same name over and over again is driving you nuts.
Well, for Ghost, there's actually some echoing as well because this is a bounty hunter who has actively declared that he's going to a place that the matriarch controls looking for jobs. So hopefully Van and Biro haven't run their mouths yet, but there's a cross purpose here.
Ben and Biro did not follow you. They gave you enough
Hey,
instructions.
I know, but as in Van and Biro are working against the matriarch.
Oh yeah. So
And
they
here's a
don't
bounty
trust him.
hunter that wants here's a bounty hunter that wants to go to a place under the matriarch and find work there. So it's not unfounded.
Yes. So you can trust that they have not mentioned anything. They're very
Mhm.
amicable. They're very chatty, but
Yes.
they don't say anything that would damn you guys or whisper of anything of particular importance to your current trajectory. In fact, that's how they speak, like very, very in tongues, very Ridley, kind of irritating.
Oh, that's fine. Like they didn't say anything to the Caravaniers either, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It
Good.
seems that from what you gathered from the time that you had left over before you left, although the old man had asked for your help, both sides are still watching each other intently to make sure that they are on the right side.
Mm,
Or
okay.
by right, I mean the same side.
Yeah.
Valerius.
Yes, I am very proud of myself.
Yes. Also, you had some sleep, so you're proud of yourself is that 2 hours of work as you put the final hammer on the carapace of your new floaty.
Yeah, hold him up. Floaty, can you hear me? All right, good to have you back, buddy. Is your voice
Um,
working well? Anything wrong?
He is speaking in your head, thankfully, in your helmet, so his voice is not echoing across the tundra.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Valerius pulls up his tablets. All right, let's adjust your volume like 50% off because Valerius's ears is ringing right now. Okay, cool.
Floaty is happily buzzing. It's nice to be able to speak again. Although that attachment you gave me,
Yeah,
quite
I'm gonna take that
empowering.
off. Valerius is gonna take out a small pocket knife and just slice off the thing.
Oh, kena
Hmm.
dikasih. Like he feels like a part of it is gone. It feels like a pet cat after a day at the
Like
vet.
that.
It feels like it needs to wear a cone of shame.
No. Valerius pockets the belt and packs up his stuff and heads out, trying to figure out if anyone else has gotten up already.
Everybody else seems to be out of their little burrows. I don't even want to call it a foxhole. It's like it's a hole.
Yep. Valerius will make it a point to tell Floaty that, hey, just a short reminder, Wendigo goes by Ghost now, and please refer to him as such.
I'm gonna make a what's it?
A history
Nat-
check.
Okay, okay.
Intelligence
You got
check.
it. You got
Okay.
it. Are
All
there
right.
any horses?
No. There's no horses. Not right now, anyway.
If robots could sigh, but there's just silence.
Does he just like let a content buzzing noise?
No,
Sad.
no.
Oh well.
I mean the air moves. It's like a huff. Okay.
All right.
If there's
I'll-
anything else, you continue your journey.
Mm.
This time throughout, make me another perception and another survival.
I want to make a oh, you already roll. I want to make a proposition.
Uh-huh.
Asking if ghost, well, furry man needs big yeah, because he hasn't told me the name yet as well. But need any help with that? I have reliable talent on survival.
Also look up at Valerius. He will have vision covered.
Oh, all right then. Then I will. Do you require aid, help action, or roll separately?
2 pairs of eyes.
I sorry, you're cut off for 1 second.
2 pairs of eyes.
Okay, 2 pairs of eyes. Got it. Okay. Where is my?
4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
I know I'm rolling perception. Then since he doesn't want it.
Why'd you roll survival?
Oh,
Oh,
Ghost
that
is
was
rolling.
Ghost. My
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah, that
My
is
bad.
yeah, correct.
Okay,
It's
19 is
him.
way better. You actually make up time. That by the time it's about 5 o'clock, the sun is just about to set, and you see a village in front of you. You don't really see a full village yet. You see a bunch of kandangs, pens where animals should be, but you don't see any animals. Make me a perception check, everyone.
Do I get advantage because of Floaty helping me? Or does
I would
Floaty make a
say-
separate roll?
I would say no, because you're still quite far. Unless you have anything specific you want to look for.
Okay, if that's the case, then Floaty gets a separate roll.
Sure.
Okay. 24 for me. Floaty gets a 14.
So it is the perception 22? Second?
Yes, my perception is 22.
Okay, very good. Like, they're good. Floaties is okay. You look around and you see pens, you see vegetable gardens, and you think to yourself collectively, in this weather, vegetable gardens, would they survive? As you move closer quietly and slower this time, you realize there's not much movement. There's no people outside. There's no animals. Moving animals, anyway. It seems too quiet for a bustling town.
Ghost will blend against the snow and sniff as he approaches from the. Well, he tries to hug the walls if there are any.
There are no walls. There are hollow fences. So think of the Australian outback, but everything is winter.
Okay, he will approach cautiously regardless.
There is banks of snow that you can duck behind, so it's not
Yeah, he'll
terrible.
do that.
You get closer and closer, and you find yourself in front of a dead goat. You know it's dead because it's solid on the ground, eyes glazed over. And you take a sniff. Using your previous perception, with the cold, it hasn't started to decay that badly yet. But you can tell it's been a few days, at least. You wouldn't be against grabbing this one to feast on had you still been hungry. You look around. You see more and more of these animals just strewn everywhere. Once in a while, you would see a horse. And then, as your eyes start to get used to the terrain, bodies of people. Stout or tall. You remember what your cat friend was saying about the makeup of the town. Dwarves and humans, or a mix. This is concerning. They should not be dead.
Ghost will shuffle back to the other two and say, I think it's a white.
Valerius pulls out his spyglass and he takes Floaty off his shoulder and beats him towards the village.
Say what now again? You throw
Floaty towards the village.
inside your
Fly,
ear,
fool.
you hear a high-pitched scream as memories of the good times flood back to you in unison. It warms you with hope and joy and days that have gone by, but mostly screaming.
I would like to make perception checks with Floaty and myself. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, no. Before the perception checks, I'm gonna put Floaty into camera mode and pull out my tablet.
Okay, to get Floaty on camera mode, I need Floaty to make me a perception check to find a good vantage point.
Yes, sir. Sebentar, ya.
Floaty has 60 feet dark vision, right?
Yes.
Okay, good enough.
Ghost will be trying to scan the bodies for Minu. He's just interested in Minu.
Okay,
15.
15. Floaty gets yeeted into the angkasa lepas, into space.
Oh, God.
But it is space enough for Floaty to sort of survey the area and find a high enough spot. But it's not the highest spot. And it perches.
Okay.
While that's
I'm a z-
happening,
Yep.
Ghost, you calibrate your senses to the smells that were at the encampment, at the settlement. And you begin your search. We will get back to you in a bit. Valerius, you have eyes.
I'm gonna zoom in on a presumed corpse.
You look at the corpse. What are you looking for?
Trying to discern what killed them. Was it like the weather? Was it just some random animal that teared through the thing? Or was it bladed weapons or the such?
Okay, this is a difficult DC. You do not get advantage. Make me a cursory perception check. If you go closer and you start actively like touching the body and stuff, then you will make an investigation.
23.
23. The way this body is contorted tells you that this was not a natural death. However, you cannot tell because of the low light exactly why.
Okay, follow-up question. With the amount of corpses strewn about and with how the weather normally is, has any indication of blood, sinew, or stuff like that been covered by the elements, or are they still exposed? Meaning, can I tell roughly how long ago this happened?
Some bodies are exposed, a very small amount of them. Most of the bodies are partially covered. Make me a survival check.
The worst thing I'm at. Well, one of the worst.
Okay, you can. Okay, you made it already.
Mm.
I was gonna
I
give you an
am here.
option.
I will flash. 16.
Everybody in the
I want to say like
vicinity
I'm
tells the cops.
yeah. I was going to say I was in the vicinity as well. I could help.
You know, there's a high chance that detect magic probably returns something.
I'm gonna do that
16.
after.
GM.
But yeah, you should do your own things too, Kang.
Okay,
Yes.
jab. With
Okay.
a 16, you manage to gather that it has been like about a week where Floaty is. You remember where Ghost was, and Ghost mentioned it was less than that. And then as you go further and further into town, some parts get older and older until the point where you cannot see anymore.
Okay,
Because
Valerius
it's
is
dark.
gonna. Okay. Valerius will tell Floaty to remain where he is, and he will announce to the party he's gonna start magical detection and ritual cast detect magic.
Okay, I'll give you 10 minutes. You hear Floaty go, okay. In the meantime, Kang, what do?
Yes. I as I can see is like very unnatural. The first thing I want to see is any lingering, not sure if it is, but I'm just going to check, lingering magic effects, symbols or otherwise that is, could have tell me that this is caused by magic.
Are you moving around the space?
I am going close to the town, as quietly as I possibly can, but I'm going to move around the edges to see if there's any lingering that is outside but not in the town itself.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Where is the investigation? Okay, here.
25.
Then
You go around the perimeter, or 10 or 20 feet in, at least towards the first body. You clear some of the paths. You move some of the dead animals. Not a lot, just a little bit, just to see if they have any markings. You don't see anything, but manipulating some of the bodies, they seem out of sorts, out of place. There's also soot and dust around their orifices. So at the side of the eyes, there seems to be like grayish dust. You think it's soot? You're not sure. But it seems to be in and around various individuals, not all. Some of the bodies seem to have fallen due to the elements. You find bodies of the aged, the stout, the strong. Then you find a few scattered bodies of children. The person known as Minu, thankfully, is not amongst the dead. Yet.
still concerning. I would like to take look more closely at the ones that have the soot and darkened substance one that is coming out from them, as you have said, I believe.
Mm-hmm. It's not
Um,
actively coming out now. It's sort of like dried and
yeah,
crusted.
yeah, it has dry, but it's you said it's not all of the victims have these
Yep.
symptoms.
Yep.
So I'm going to look through more into those that have the darkened suit one, and I trying to look see if it seems like necrotic magic that is.
How do you check for necrotic magic?
You know, like how, well, from what he understands, mostly necrotic magic is looks like life has been sucked out of it, and they will be at least drier than normal. And I'm trying to see if are they still more have the flesh and wetness of blood. Not sure how long this has happened. It might have dried out completely from that, but that is one way to look for indication if this is like necromantic magic. And then I'm going to look into their mouth where the duck suit is, and then try to look around to see like are they just or just blood? Is this like blood, dry blood, or is it some extraordinary stuff that is coming out from them?
Okay. Make me an Arcana check with disadvantage. Oh no. Oh, it's still
It is,
okay.
yeah, it's still 18.
Okay. With an 18, you gather no, the body seems still supple. They finish undergoing rigor mortis. This is definitely something that was expelled from their bodies. It could be some sort of like aneurysm, like a vein obstruction that was trying to come out. But otherwise, you're not sure what this is. It's not blood. Do you lick it?
No, rub it to my paw tips.
Okay. Um,
Will not lick it because I don't know how poisonous. I'm not good at con. I'm not gonna put tongues in everything.
damn it.
But I rub it is like not sure if this is blood or not.
Okay,
So
so you rub it between your fingers. You take a speck and you rub it, and it melts as you move it around. But now it seems inert. Whatever it is, it's now slick like oil.
mm, uh, I will. I don't think I have extra empty bottle to use. Chen has a good idea of having like 300 water skins in the previous campaign. Um, I don't have anything else, but I will now leave the body and try to go back and look for Robocop.
Robocop. Okay. We circle back to Ghost. You see, you come back to your friends. They have now split up to do their own thing, leaving you to either follow or do your own
He's
investigations.
only looking for Mino. That's his only concern.
Right. Okay. Make me. How deep are you going into town?
Absolutely deep.
Absolutely deep. How long do you want to take?
Okay. So the first thing is he recalls that the camp had horses. So
Yes.
assuming Minu spent 4 days going back and forth, like he will look to see if there's any horses around, like some he identified, and whether those look like they're from the camp.
Okay. Make me.
That
This is for all of your questions, make me a investigation roll.
Okay. Not great, but we'll try. 10.
10. Okay. You are looking for horses that are similar to the camp. What were the other ones?
Okay.
The other
I
question.
mean, I'm saying like the thought process is he looks to see if there's any horses that look like they're from the camps. Then from there, he'll look to see if there's any because humans and dwarfs, he can safely ignore the stout ones.
Mhm.
Those are not Minu. And he will look for the one any like so how do I put it? He'll also look to see if there seems to be any lodgings around, and he'll look there as well.
Okay. With your 10 investigation, you do not find any horses that resemble or smell like the settlement.
Mm-hmm.
You do find lodging. You do find a lot of little homesteads scattered about in and amongst farm plots and places where you go grow cabbages. And you're like, cabbages in this weather? Again, the thought process goes, how were people growing things? And it's very funny because you start clearing off the snow and debris and you do find grass. Once
Yeah,
grew
I'm pretty
well.
sure this is all the matriarch's magic. It doesn't phase him.
Okay.
So he will look inside the bigger houses to see if there's any okay, so the bodies were out here, but he's looking to see if there's any bodies still inside the dwellings.
Okay. Make me a perception check as you go into the door
Hmm.
of one of them. It's a relatively meager size home. Probably 2 people would live in it as farmers.
22?
22. You crack open the door and you brace yourself because immediately you hear the floor creak and a creature lunges towards you. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
17. You move past just in time to see this creature fly out of the door. And you recognize a body of a person, or what once was a body of a person. And streaking across the face out of the orifices is just black tar like substance. Make me actually would ghost retain
I remember a leech thing last time from the previous campaign.
I would say that would he retain that memory?
Let me think. On a scale of 1 to 10, yeah, he would remember that because
Okay.
it was a weapon utilized by the enemy that was worth taking note of.
You recognize the slickness of this black tar oily substance as you dodge out of the way and it face plants into the snow only to get up again and lunge again towards you. What are you doing?
Okay, did it make a lot of noise while doing that, or was it quite silent?
It was silent. The only reason you heard it was because of the creaking of the floor.
Okay. Now okay. So first things first. How far away are the other two?
I would say pretty far. You went in quite deep. Valerius is, I believe, circling the perimeter. Catman is circling the other side, and he's currently indisposed, looking at a body. And Floaty is on one of the houses, quite far away from you, actually.
Okay. So this is okay. This is the body of a person,
Yes. If you,
human.
it's too tall to be a dwarf.
Okay. Does it seem to use its legs
Yes.
to move? Okay. He will roundhouse kick, aka unarmed strike it, and attempt to stun it.
Okay. Go for it.
And he's going to try not to make noise at the moment because there could be more of these things, and that would be unwise.
Make me a stealth check as well. 25 definitely hits. Like, not even joking.
Okay, stealth.
Landed the
17.
shot.
Okay,
Let me see how much damage.
let me give me a second. I'm not using the fancy stuff at the moment, so I'll just roll manually.
Okay.
That's 8 magical physical.
This hefty, chunky lad manages to fly up into the air and use the massive back paw to swipe at the head. But instead of taking the head clean off, you land only to watch the head spin 180 degrees. Crap.
I would like to throw in a stunning strike as well.
Go ahead. I have to make a it's con save, right?
Yes, con save.
Okay, what is the number?
The DC is the DC is 18.
18. Yeah, it's stunned. It is locked in place right now, profusely drooling black tar out of the mouth that you cannot see because it's facing the wrong way. The hands are still trying to reach out to you as it is locked in place, breathing heavily.
Okay, so he established that he hit the head. Okay, so this is similar to the soldiers with Cal, where like they could take heavy punishment and stuff that normal people shouldn't be able to survive and get back up.
From
So
what you
he's going-
know, yeah, a normal villager should not be able to take this kind of beating.
Okay, he has extra attacks, so can he make a second attack as
Yeah.
well?
You can make all the attacks that you need because it's still your turn,
Okay,
technically.
so the second attack, this will be with advantage. Oh,
Oh.
it's a crit.
I think that
Uh,
that does it. Unless you roll really shit. Yeah, that does it. Okay, tell me how you destroy this creature.
Okay, so he backpawed the first time out of instinct, and his second one is just bringing the full weight of his body down on his elbows to smash its rib cage in.
You lunge again towards the creature, facing the wrong way, frozen still from your stunning strike, as you land a kick onto its rib cage, and you feel this sickly, gushing fluid touch your toes as your foot goes through the rib cage and through the spine. Mortal Kombat style fatality. And as you land, so does the body, and you find yourself shooed with a torso.
He'll kick it off and sprint back to his companions as quickly as he can.
As you sprint, you leave the puddle of black tar.
Yeah, he'll kick away what he can.
Yep. It doesn't take long for you to clean because it is water essentially on the ground. As you run, you just drip, drip, splatter, splatter, and eventually the remnants leave you. And as you reach closer and closer to Valerius, that is where we're gonna end for today.
Oh,
Dun dun
the plot
dun! Happy
thickens.
Halloween, bitches!
Oh, okay, nice.
All right, thank you everybody for watching. Yes, Juicy Toes. Yes, Valerius is a terrible father. And yes, they could have tied a rope to the carpet, but the carpet wouldn't be able to pull it. We will see you next week. Next week will be an exciting one because we've got 2 more players coming in, and I'm so excited to have them. Again, thank you for watching. We will see you. Bye.
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 Oh, that was a good session. Thank you for hosting.